Imagine this. You're standing ankle-deep in mud. The thunder of artillery rattles your bones, and your helmet's on backward, because you panicked during roll call. War is chaos, but at least you've got your chicken. Welcome back to Lazy History Club, where we dig into the most bizarre corners of the past. While sipping tea in fuzzy slippers. Today's tale comes straight from the trenches of World War I. And no, it's not about General Haig, or trench foot, or mustard gas. It's about a chicken. A chicken who went to war, and lived to cluck about it. Forget eagles, forget lions. In this tale, the bravest battlefield mascot had feathers, talons, and the attitude of a caffeine-addicted general. This is the story of Private Clucksworth, the rooster who, allegedly, saw more action than half the British Army. Let's march. In 1917, Europe was knee-deep in mud, barbed wire, and bad decisions. Men on both sides of the Western Front were losing patience and sanity. So they started bringing in pets. Some had dogs, some had cats. One regiment in the French army kept a pig. And one plucky British unit. They had Clucksworth. No one's quite sure how he ended up there. Some say a farmer donated him for morale. Others claim he wandered in looking for oats and stayed for the company. But one thing was clear. He was loud. British war diaries mention a disruptive rooster whose dawn crowings routinely ruined any chance of surprise attacks. A soldier wrote, "Our position was revealed prematurely by that damn bird again. I suspect he's a German sympathizer." Yet, instead of cooking him, they promoted him. Private Clucksworth was issued a tin badge, a ration card, and a nest fashioned out of an officer's spare helmet. His job? Moral support. Also alarm clock. Mostly unwanted alarm clock. Despite his comedic origins, Clucksworth quickly proved he wasn't just poultry for show. In one battle, the trench was hit with shell fire. Men dove for cover. And Clucksworth? He stood on the sandbags and crowed defiantly into the smoke. The men cheered. The captain muttered, "Bloody bird's got more courage than Jenkins." Later that week, a gas canister rolled into the trench. Chaos. Screaming. Someone knocked over the latrine. Clucksworth sprinted toward the danger and pecked the mask off a private's face, then replaced it properly, like a beaked battlefield medic. Did this actually happen? Absolutely. If you ask Private Dobbins, who swore until his dying day that the chicken saved his life. Or maybe just pecked him in the eye and ran. Either way, Clucksworth's legend was born. Now, here's where things get competitive. Across no man's land, the Germans reportedly had a goose named Gustav. The French had a dancing duck. The Canadians briefly tried to enlist a beaver, but that didn't go great. And the Americans? They had Sergeant Stubby, a real-life dog who was officially recognized for valor, sniffed out gas before humans could, and even captured a German spy. Clucksworth was not impressed. According to regimental letters, when news of Stubby's promotion reached Clucksworth's unit, he strutted around camp for an entire day, knocked over 2 cups of tea, and refused to lay eggs on political grounds. Which was fair. He was male. The rivalry was born in what might be the strangest unofficial mission of the war. Clucksworth was once smuggled into a French officer's dinner party. Legend says a British colonel bet that Clucksworth could outshine any French mascot in terms of charisma. So, wearing a little sash and medals made of biscuit tin, Clucksworth was snuck under a coat and revealed during dessert. He reportedly flapped up onto the table, pooped in the crème brûlée, and caused a standing ovation. The French officer responded by sending over a bottle of wine. "For the brave little general." Clucksworth pecked the cork and strutted out. War is strange. Like all war stories, Clucksworth's tale has some dark turns. During a heavy bombardment near Passchendaele, the unit lost several men, and Clucksworth disappeared. The soldiers mourned. A memorial was scribbled on a chalkboard. "Here clucked the bravest among us." But 3 days later, in the middle of breakfast, Clucksworth returned, covered in soot, one tail feather missing, pecked a piece of hardtack off a sergeant's plate, and sat down like nothing happened. He'd been hiding in the officers' latrine. A true survivor. When the armistice was signed in November 1918, many regimental mascots were sent home as heroes. Sergeant Stubby got medals, parades, and even met US presidents. Clucksworth? He stayed in France. Some say he retired to a small vineyard. Others claim he opened a bakery. Doubtful. But there is a photograph in an old British archive labelled 1919 Verdun. Local rooster, reportedly once served in 12th Infantry. The chicken's eyes look tired. So what do we take from this? That war is hell? Sure. That chickens are braver than we thought? Definitely. That you should never trust a rooster as an alarm clock in a stealth operation? Crucial. But most importantly, history is made not just by generals, kings, or treaties. Sometimes it's made by a loud, feathered anarchist who refused to be roasted. Rest easy, Private Clucksworth. May your war cries echo forever. The end.